welcome to GOA365's English News Bulletin. I'm Maithili and these are the headlines. Police say that Sonali was drugged. Two prime accused, Sudhin Sangwan and Sukhwinder Singh, detained following the autopsy results. Veteran Congressman Ghulam Nabi Azad quit today. Blames Rahul Gandhi for the decline of the grand old party. Terms his behavior childish and immature. Goa police arrested yet another 20-year-old with 430 grams of what is suspected to be ganja, leaving people to wonder where all the big drug guns are hiding and why nobody is being nabbed in the state. And now for the news in detail. Following yesterday's shocking revelation in Sonali Phogat's death, it was revealed today that the leader and content creator had been drugged the night of her death. CCTV footage from the popular restaurant she was last seen at confirms this. IGP Omveer Singh said,
BJP leader from Haryana, Sonali Phogat, who died on 23rd, was forced to consume a drink spiked with obnoxious chemicals, says Goa IGP Omveer Singh. The two prime accused, Sudhin Sangwan and Sukhwinder Singh, were detained following the autopsy results and taken in for interrogation. Police say that both confessed that her drink was spiked and that she was forced into drinking it.
जो CCTV फुटेज कंडीज क्लब से लिए गए, उनके आधार पर देखा गया कि एलेज्ड सुधीर सांगवान और उसका एसोसिएट सुखविंदर सिंह डिसीज के साथ में क्लब में पार्टी कर रहे हैं और एक वीडियो से जाहिर होता है कि उसको एक सब्सटेंस फोर्सफुली विक्टिम को वन ऑफ द एक्यूज पिला रहा है। जब उसको इस तथ्य से कन्फ्रंट कराया गया तो सुखविंदर और सुधीर सांगवान ने पुलिस के सामने कन्फेस किया कि उन्होंने इंटेंशनली एक्यूज को लिक्विड में कोई ऑब्नॉक्सियस केमिकल मिला करके पिलाया.
Several NGOs have hit out at the way death cases are being handled in Goa. Here's what Tara Kerkar and Bailanso Ekwats or the Vegas have to say.
कोणीनी दोतोरनी तो मनशान स्टेटमेंट करू नये कारण वो स्टेटमेंट पुलीस करपाक शकना की ताजे डेथ कसो जालो डेथ कसो जालो ओनली आफ्टर पोस्टमॉर्टम करून येतलो ते वेळार कोणे पुलिसेन किंवा कोणी पॉलिटिशियनान सुद्धा स्टेटमेंट काडप कानांनी आयकून हे रॉंग. बायलांचो डेथ गोंयांत जाता तेन्ना आमी चौकशी पूर्णपणे करपा जाय कारण गोंयांत आतां एक बॅड नेम मेळपा लागला की हांगा डेथ जालो जाल्यार पालून वतले म्हणून कारण हांगा चौकशी पूर्णपणे जायना ही सिद्धी नायका वेल्यान करून आयल्या आमकां. आमी 13 तारखेच्यान बोवाड मारतात की सिद्धी नायका न्याय मेळचो ताची मर्डर एंगलान चौकशी जावची आशिल्ली आनी म्हाका म्हणपाचें आसा हांव म्हणून आयल्या की चौकशी पयली करात डेथ ड्यू टू वॉट आणि डेथ ड्यू टू वॉट एस्टॅब्लिश जाले नंतर मेडिकली आणि सायंटिफिकली आणि सर्कमस्टॅन्शियली हे डेथ एस्टॅब्लिश जाले शिवाय कोणी तोंड उगडचे न्हय वॉट इज द डेथ ड्यू टू. ती हेल्दी बायल गोंयांत येता तिका काय हिस्ट्री ऑफ हार्ट अटॅक ना तिका काय हिस्ट्री ऑफ हार्ट प्रॉब्लेम ना तिका काय हेल्थ प्रॉब्लेमांचे काय ना ही चौकशी पयली जावपा जाय आशिल्ली. हांव हाका लागून निशेध करता जाणी म्हणला की शी डायड ड्यू टू हार्ट अटॅक. हांव निशेध करता ताचो एज अ वुमन्स एक्टिविस्ट एज अ वुमन फायटींग फॉर विमेन फॉर द पास्ट 30 years इन द स्टेट ऑफ गोवा. दुसरे म्हणजे गोंयांत ड्रग्स चलतात तसल्यो गोष्टी चलतात कझिनो चलतात जशा की ड्रग्स आणि प्रॉस्टिट्यूशन चलतात आणि एक गोष्टी ज्यो चलतात ड्रग्स हाडटा कोण कसो येता भितर इवन इन कोलवाला जेल यू फायंड ड्रग्स. जाल्यार हे केन्ना बंद जातलें?
पळय, गोंयान आमच्या एक बीजेपीची कार्यकर्त्या, बीजेपीची लिडर हरियाणाची हांगा येवन तिजें मरण जाता. आमी पयलीं स्टार्टींग आमी लोकांचे कोणाचे कितें विचारपाक वचूना, कारण ते बीजेपीचे कार्यकर्ते आसा. गोंयान तेंचे सरकार आसा, दिल्ली तेंचे सरकार आसा, पण एखाद्या बायलेक दिसान दीस तेजो भाव आरोप करीत आसा. हेका लागून आज हांव हांगा येयला, सगळी चौकशी व्यवस्थीत करूया अशें म्हणून. आता तेजो भाव सांगता आपल्या भयणीक रेप जाला म्हणून, दुसरो सांगता तेका हेवी ड्रग्स दिला म्हणून. म्हणजे गोंयाचें नांव दिसान दीस पिड्ड्यार जाता. तुमी पळयलें ह्या वर्सभरा भितर कितले तरी बायलांचे न्ही अशे मर्डर जाल्ले आसा. ती आमची फरिदाबादाची एक आसा गुप्ताजी, मागीर आतां ही सोनाली, दुसरे आमचे सिद्धी नायक, या अशे बायलांक एक एक हांगा हे जाता आसा. आनी गृह खातें आसा आमच्या प्रमोद चीफ मिनिस्टरा कडेन, आनी तोय तेजेय कांय हांगासर लक्ष ना. तोय डडडीत सांगता हार्ट एटॅक येवन मेली, उदकान बुडोवन मेली, असले सरळ डायरेक्ट हे लोक आरोप करता. बायलेची कितें पोस्टमॉर्टम करनासतना, कितें करिनासतना जावं डीजी जावं चीफ मिनिस्टर यांच्यांनी हो स्टेटमेंट दिवप, खरें म्हटल्यार ते लोकांक मागीर तर्क वितर्क जाता. अरे यांच्यांनी अशें सांगलें म्हणजे पयलींच हे लोक केस पालोवपाक सोदता काय कितें अशें आमकां दिसता पडटा. आमी सरकाराक विनंती करूंक सोदता की ह्या केशी बद्दल सरकारान खरें म्हणलें जाल्यार मुद्दम जावन आपूण जावन हेची चौकशी करपाक जाय. आनी कित्याक हितून गोंयचें नांव पिड्ड्यार जालें त्या गुप्ताक लागून. ते एका वर्साची बायल ती मेल्ली तेका लागून आतां ही परत हरियाणाची बायल आनी ती तुमची कार्यकर्ता नांव पिड्ड्यार जायत वता. हेजेर कसून चौकशी करा. VCRचेर व्यवस्थीत हे पळया तिका रेप जाला का पळया, कित्याक तेच्या भावाचो आरोप आसलो.
Shyam Chari and Ramesh Naik out for GOA365 from Panjim and Margao.
The alleged murder of Haryana's BJP national leader Sonali Fogart has sparked outrage in the state. Opposition parties have torn into the BJP-led government over the way the initial investigation into her death was handled.
2 दिस पहिले आम्ही पळयल्यार सोनाली फोगट ते बीजेपीचे नॅशनल व्हाईस प्रेसिडेंट महिला मोर्चा लीडर तेजे मृत्यू जालो. अँड आफ्टर हर डेथ तेका काय सिक्युरिटी ना. जेन्ना त्यांची फॅमिली गोंयान येयल्या आनी प्लिडिंग करतले सरकारा कडेन की बाबा मातशे रेजिस्टर करात FIR म्हणून, काय ऍक्शन घेवंक ना पयले. मिडियाक लागून FIR रेजिस्टर केला आणि आमचो CM डायरेक्टली अनाउन्स केला की तेका कार्डियक अरेस्ट जाला म्हणून. हाऊ कॅन द CM डायरेक्टली मेक अ स्टेटमेंट कार्डियक अरेस्ट विदाउट पोस्टमॉर्टम? Why has the FIR not registered on time? ती एक सेलिब्रिटी, इंडियाची सेलिब्रिटी ती. तेका सेक्युरिटी ना जाल्यार आमचे गोंयचे लोकांक आनी आमचे देशाचे लोकांक कितले सेक्युरिटी हा? आयज हांव एक आवय, सोनाली फोगट एक आवय. जेन्ना रेप जाता, मर्डर जाता, द फॅमिली इज ॲट अ लॉस. आणि जेन्ना when we are going to the police for protection to register an FIR, no action is being taken. आमचे साधारण जे लोक हा गोंयान तेंका रेप जाता, केसी जाता, पूण रेजिस्टर जायना केसी. सो टुडे वी हॅव टू आस्क अ क्वेश्चन. जे आमचे बीजेपीचे महिला मोर्चा जे हा ग्रुप आसा ती हुंय आसा? Why are they all quiet?
Controversy is that Goa, which is a tourism state, has a leader of the ruling party of India and the ruling party of the state dying. Her death is shrouded in mystery. Her family members say that it is a foul play. The post-mortem report says that there is blunt injury seen there. And the chief minister first only gives a clean sheet.
सुरवातेक कोणे कोणे म्हणलें सम ऑथॉरिटीज की ती मर्डर न्ही, तेची डेथ. पूण आतां जेन्ना पोस्टमॉर्टम केलो, इट वॉज एस्टॅब्लिश्ड दॅट शी हॅड इंजरीज. आनी आतां मर्डर म्हणटात की लॉ एंड ऑर्डर गोंयांत सारकी फेल जाल्ली आसा. Government should understand that their main profession आयज इज टुरिजम, हॉस्पिटॅलिटी. पयलें मायनिंग आशिल्लें. आज कितें रेव्हेन्यू पळय येता तो टुरिजमाचेर. म्हाका उगडास आसा 1 वर्स आदीं वो 2 वर्स आदीं तेज भशेन एक मर्डर जाल्ली. तेन्ना मेनी ऑफ द countries, European countries, from where the tourists, they come to Goa. The tourism was reduced, I don't say stopped, because the competition today is such. Kerala, Munnaka, many other states in India, they are attracting tourism. Then other countries in the world, they also want tourists to visit them. But we are lucky that we have got sun, sea, and the greenery, beaches and greenery. So that's why many people come to Goa to relax. I request the government not to take for granted. Anik Ajeri, law and order, I ask the Home Department, जे आयज सकल पावल्लें आसा ताजेर मातशें लक्ष घाल्यात. लोक म्हणटात बीजेपी लिडर मेली आनी तांकां अजून धरूंक जायना, हेरांच कितें कोतले काय म्हूण.
So there are injuries on the body. There are not 1 or 2 injuries. There are a lot of injuries on the body. So why she was beaten up? So what was the reason behind it? What is more to this? It cannot be just a small piece of property or something like that which is back in Haryana. I think it is going to be more than this. And this investigation cannot be conducted by some police inspector in Anjuna police station or somebody like that who doesn't know anything what is back in Haryana. The incident may have happened in Anjuna, but the real story is back in Haryana. आनी म्हाका दिसता हे CBI इन्क्वायरी हरियाणासून जावपाची गरज आहा. कित्याक इन्सिडंट हिंगा जाला पूण म्हाका दिसता इन्क्वायरी दॅट चीफ मिनिस्टर कॅन ऑर्डर, बिकॉज बॉडी थिंगा वयतली, ते घोडेक आनीक ऑटोप्सी करतले तेजेर थिंगासर टू सी द रिपोर्ट वॉट गोवा गव्हर्मेंट हॅज गिवन is going to be matching with that, and what is the reason behind this murder. जे हिंगासोर 2 जाणांक धरलेले आहा तांकां म्हाका दिसता CBI टेक ओवर करपाची गरज आहा आनी हे हरियाणाचे चीफ मिनिस्टरान मागपाची गरज आहा.
We'll take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Ghulam Nabi Azad, a Congress veteran and former union minister, quit his party of more than 5 decades today with an attack on Rahul Gandhi ripping into him for childish behavior and glaring immaturity. Here's more on this.
In a resignation letter to Sonia Gandhi, Azad blamed his son Rahul for the Congress's defeat in the 2014 national election, a turning point for the party that has been struggling to win elections ever since. The letter written to Sonia Gandhi read, "However, unfortunately, after the entry of Shri Rahul Gandhi into politics, and particularly after January 2013, when he was appointed as Vice President by you, the entire consultative mechanism that existed earlier was demolished by him. All senior and experienced leaders were sidelined, and a new coterie of inexperienced psychopaths started running the affairs of the party. This childish behavior completely subverted the authority of the Prime Minister and the Government of India. This one single action, more than anything else, contributed significantly to the defeat of the UPA government in 2014. Bureau Report, GOA365.
Goa police arrested 20-year-old Abdullah Khan from Karwar with 430 grams of what is suspected to be ganja worth around 43,000 rupees in the open market. A case has been filed under the NDPS Act.
आज तुमी पळयतात की गोंयभर चोरयांचो जो प्रश्न आसा वो चालूच आसा, सगळे कडेन चोरी जायत आसा. त्याच बरोबर दुसरो जो इश्यू आसा तो म्हणजे जाल्यार गांजाचो. जे ड्रग्स आसात, हे ड्रग्स पॅडलर जे आसात, हे ड्रग्स आतां खुबशे जाग्यांनी गुंवपा लागले कडेन आसात. असोच एक गांजा आज मडगांव पुलिसांनी राती एक अब्दुल्ला खान म्हणून तो हो कारवारचो ह्या भुरग्याक 20 वर्सांचो भुरगो एका राती स्टेशन रोडार घडये कडेन आसा आनीक हेचे कडच्यान जर 43 ते 45 हजारांचो रुपयांचो गांजा जो आसा वो आज रेड हँडेड तेंच्या हाती मेळ्ळे कडेन आसा. जो अब्दुल्ला खान आसा हो 20 वर्सांचो भुरगो, हे भुरगे जर आतां ड्रग्स विकपाक लागले जर खाली पिळगी कितें करता काय म्हूण हो एक प्रश्न निर्माण आसा जाले कडेन आसा. आनीक हो यंग भुरगो आसा एका मडगांव पुलिसांनी धरून आज पुलीस स्टेशनार हाडले कडेन आसा आनी कोर्टाक गेले कडेन आसा. कोर्टान ताका 1 दिसाचो पुलीस कस्टडी दिले कडेन आसा. हांगा खंय तरी ह्या ड्रग्साचेर जें कितें चलपाचें आसा हें खंय तरी बंद जावपाक जाय, नाजाल्यार ही मुखाली पिळगी जी आसा ही सामकी काबार जातली. कित्याक आतां कोर्टूय हांकां रोखडो सोडटा, कित्याक जितली क्वांटिटी कमी मेळ्ळी की ना ताका कोर्ट रोखडो सोडटा. पूण खंय तरी हांगा कोर्टान मातशें एक फिचर हेची हें धरून ह्या भुरग्यांची फिचर धरून हांगा खंय तरी तांकां ख्यास ही करपाक जाय.
एक आमी अब्दुल्ला खान दांडेली रावपी, दांडेली कारवार, हो आमी रेड हँडेड धरलेलो आसा रेल्वे स्टेशना कडेन, फायर स्टेशन आनी रेल्वे स्टेशना कडेन. आनी तेजे कडल्यान आमकां 430 ग्राम्स गांजा मेळ्ळो आसा, वर्थ रुपीज 43,000.
एका कोर्टा बी प्रोड्यूस केलो.
प्रोड्यूस केला. 1 दीस रिमांड आसा, सद्या पुलीस कस्टडीन आसा.
सर ह्या गांजा खातीर बी तुमी कितें स्पेशल पेट्रोलिंग बी करपाचें?
पेट्रोलिंग आमचें वाडयलां आमी, सामकें कंटिन्युअस वाडयलां. मार्केट एरियेन गणेश चतुर्थीक लागून आमी पेट्रोलिंग वाडयलेलें आसा.
गोवा 365 खातीर मडगांवच्या रमेश नायक राव.
The body of a man was found floating in Kurka early today afternoon. The grim discovery was made just before 1 p.m. under Kurka Bridge, after which fire department officials and search teams were deployed almost immediately to remove the body. However, allegedly the deceased had been missing for over 4 days, but no missing complaint had been filed. Here's more.
The body of a male senior citizen from Pale Shirgaon was spotted by locals while crossing over the bridge. The body was later traced and brought to shore by fire and rescue teams, after which the body was identified by his son. The deceased has now been handed over to Agasai police for further investigation.
आता आमी आसा कुर्का ब्रिजा कडेन, कुर्का ब्रिज, आनी हिंगा सकाळीं सोडिया रेस्क्यू टीम ऑफ फायर फोर्स एंड पुलीस एक डेड बॉडी सोदताले फ्रॉम मॉर्निंग. आनी आतां 2:30 सुमार जाल्ले आसा आनी तांकां ती बॉडी मेवलेली आसा. आनी हिंगा गोवा पुलीस तेंची हे दीस आगासाई पुलीस स्टेशन पुलीस आहा. हिंगा डेड बॉडी आतां तेणी रेस्क्यू केल्या.
Vincent Rosario for Goa 365 from Kurka.
We'll take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The order of hearing on the RTR filed by Advocate Iris Rodrigues seeking information over the expenditure and notings pertaining to the 2-day training workshop for MLAs has been pushed to Monday, 29th August. The issue arose after the information was denied by the Public Information Officer, citing breach of privilege of the House. Here's more.
Advocate Iris Rodrigues on June 28 had sought a copy of the file notings and correspondence pertaining to the 2-day training workshop for MLAs held on 27th and 28th June at the Taj Vivanta, along with complete details of the expenditure incurred on the event. However, PIO Mohan Gaonkar in his reply informed Rodrigues that the disclosure of the information would cause a breach of privilege of state legislature and would also be against Rule 37(16) of the Rules of Conduct of Business of Goa Legislative Assembly. The matter is being heard by the Secretary of Goa Legislative Secretariat, Namrata, who will pronounce the order on Monday, 29th August.
The Secretary of the Goa Legislature, who is the first appellate authority under the RTI Act, has today heard the final arguments on the appeal filed by me against the decision of the PIO of the Legislature Secretariat rejecting my application under RTI on the grounds that the information, if furnished, would be against the breach of the privilege of the House, and that the information was also not permissible to be given due to the rules of business of conduct of the Goa Legislative Assembly. Now, against that decision of the PIO to deny information, this appeal was filed. The arguments have been heard today, and the First Appellate Authority has kept the matter for her order on Monday, the 29th of this month. Now, I have already pointed out to the First Appellate Authority that very surprisingly it has now come to light that the rules of business of the Goa Legislative Assembly were never ever notified. So the PIO has relied on the rules which are not legal, since those rules were not notified. Anyway, those rules do not pertain to the information which I had sought. Those rules pertain to what questions can be asked in the Goa Legislative Assembly. Now, the information that I had sought was details of the 2-day training session held for MLAs, which was conducted by the Goa Legislative Assembly in July this year. So that information was sought.
Sham Chari for GOA365 from Porvorim.
Now for some sports news. Formula One has announced that German manufacturer Audi will join the Formula One World Championship as a power unit manufacturer from the 2026 season onwards. Formula One made the much-hyped announcement on Friday as the F1 grid gears up for the Belgian Grand Prix 2022.
As per the announcement on Formula One's official website, the 2026 power units will maintain the current V6 internal combustion engine architecture with increased electrical power. Audi's decision to join the F1 grid as a power manufacturer seems to be motivated by the aforementioned fact, coupled with F1's commitment to use 100% sustainable fuels from the 2026 season. Bureau Report, GOA365.
Now for the weather. The weekend is expected to be mostly dry with 1 or 2 spells of rain at a few places. You can expect to see clearer skies and warmer weather as rainfall activity slows down. There are no weather warnings raised for the upcoming week.
Light rain was observed at a few places today, with highs touching 31 degrees Celsius. Tonight will also be on the warmer side, with lows expected to drop at 24 degrees Celsius. The weather is expected to be calm over the next 5 days. The Met Department has also not sent out any warnings for the period. No warnings have been raised for the boat owners either. Light rains forecast for next 5 days. Lows to touch 24 degrees Celsius tonight. Saturday's maximum and minimum temperatures forecast at 31 degrees Celsius and 24 degrees Celsius respectively. No warnings issued for boat owners. Bureau Report, GOA365 with input from IMD.
With that, we have come to the end of this news bulletin. For more news and updates, log on to our website www.goa365.tv. Take care, stay safe and keep watching GOA365.